Arnold and Christy Clark. Ron, can you tell me what is going on? I know there's a mayor's ball coming up.
Yes.
Can you tell me exactly what is the mayor's ball?
Yes. This is our second annual. We started last year, coming into our first year in office. I believed it was very important for us to take time once a year, Pam, to talk about our accomplishments, the things that we were able to get done in the year, and then to focus on what our goals are for the next year. And sometimes you get so goal oriented that you don't take a little bit of time to celebrate the successes that you have. And we had an incredibly successful year. The community came together, worked very well together, and so I'm really excited about this second annual wall because we have a lot of great things to talk about.
Okay, can you tell me what date and time this event will be?
Yes, it is Saturday, February the 9th, starting at 6:30. The doors will open at 6. It will be at the Historic Opera House in the Blue Room, downtown Elwood, and we'll have a packed house, and everyone is invited. We will have a band during dinner. Quincy's Brass will play, and then we're going to have an after dinner party that will start immediately when the dinner ends at 8 o'clock, and they'll play till almost 10 o'clock. And that is our city judge Kyle Noon's band, Overrule, and so we'll have an after dinner party. So if there are folks who aren't the dinner type folks that want to come and be through the whole presentation for a very nominal fee, after dinner they can come and enjoy still some of the festivities and a good band and time together in our community. So it should be a good time for everybody.
Can you tell me what is the price of the tickets for the dinner?
Yes.
And where is the money going for this dinner?
Yes, very, very good question. The ticket is $25. That includes dinner and the entertainment. And roughly $10 of that ticket, the proceeds, will go to Alternatives, Inc., which is why Christy's at the table with us today. She is the victims advocate for Elwood, for Alternatives. And that is going to be specifically earmarked for the children that go into the shelters that Alternatives operates for women who are victims of domestic violence. And Christy and I talked about this a while back. She had a couple of children down that she was pulling out of a nasty interview process with the police and sort of rescuing those. I think they were 2 and 4, weren't they, Christy? And so she was, going above and beyond what her job calls for, and rescuing these 2 children from that ugly process, a very adult process. Mm-hmm. And we got to talking about the kids are the unintended victims in a domestic violence situation, and so they agreed that they would take these funds and earmark them and use them for these children that come into the shelters with their moms or the women that they're with. And it could be as simple as what she did that day was she took a 2 and 4-year-old, put them in another room, got them a snack, gave them a comic book and crayons, and just talked to them. Let them color, got their mind off whatever had been going on in their home life and with their family, and just interceded for a moment and pulled them out of a bad situation. And so it could be as simple as that, but these funds will allow them to do whatever they need to do, whether it's clothing or actual personal supplies. And we didn't put any kind of strings attached to it, just so we help these kids in this situation. So we're anxious to give our minimum goal is to hand them a $2,000 check that night that they can use. None of the money goes to Mayor Arnold or anything that Mayor Arnold's doing. The checks are made out to the Elwood Community Council, which is a local organization, which Christy happens in her spare time to set as the president of that organization. And they do lots of great things unrelated to Alternatives and being a victims advocate. It's a great community outreach organization. And the checks will be made payable to them. They will pay the bills for the dinner that night, and then write the check directly to Alternatives. So all the proceeds will go there, and Mayor Arnold or the city or no one else will get involved in the funds part of it. But it's $25 a ticket for. If they want to come just to the after party, it's $5 a ticket, and that just helps us cover the cost of the band and the things to set up that after dinner party. We'll have some snacks and all. I know April's planning a spread for the dinner and the after dinner party, as she always does. So it'd be well worth a $5 ticket price to come just hear the band if nothing else. But to be with great people and find out some of the exciting things that are going on.
Now, he had mentioned alternatives. What is your organization about?
Alternatives is a domestic violence and sexual assault emergency shelter. So we take in victims of both of these crimes. We house them, we provide case management to them, and we also provide outreach services to them. That's what I do. I'm a victim advocate on the outreach team. So I assist victims going to court, help them with protective orders, help them do things if they don't need to go to the shelter, if they already have a safe place to stay.
Okay, the money that he said, the money that is raised from this benefit will go and help the children of the alternatives. Can you give me some idea of how that money will be used?
I can. Most of the time the kids are uprooted out of their home. They come with basically the clothes on their back. They usually have to leave all their toys at home, clothes, school supplies, all these things. Many times because of the home life that they haven't maybe had good dental care, haven't seen a doctor or an eye doctor in a long time. So these funds can be used to help pay for a co-payment on a doctor visit, dental visit. We can assist them with shoes or school supplies. A lot of times when the kids come to the shelter and they have things for school, such as they need money for gym class or they need money for a field trip, these are things that there aren't funds available for, and obviously mom probably isn't going to have the money. So by having this money earmarked specifically to be used for the children in alternatives, they can draw from that fund and be able to assist those kids with that.
Thank you. Now, Ron, there is something called the Heart of Hoosier Land Award.
Yes.
Can you please inform me about this?
Yeah, I'm very excited about that. It's new to the ball. We did not do this last year. We will sort through the nomination forms very soon here, but there's still time to nominate folks. We are looking for folks who are the unsung heroes of our community. There are lots of folks in Elwood that help kids, help families. They have an outreach for pets, for animals, the quality of life issues that are so important to a healthy community. And a lot of times it becomes a very small group of folks that lead organizations, and we've joked about how we sort of maybe trade awards, with each other, and we get caught up in our peer group, and we forget about the many folks who really do the heavy lifting in the community. They mentor a child, they help a single mom get kids to school or pick them up, or maybe help them with after school care. They're taking in dogs that we don't have a facility to house a lot of animals in our community, and so if there are stray animals or abandoned animals that are picked up, to prevent them from being euthanized, we have individuals in our community that our humane officer knows he can call, and they'll take them and they'll help them get adopted. And so there are these stories across the community that we just don't take the time to stop and identify who those folks are. They remain pretty invisible. So we're taking a stab at putting a spotlight on at least 8 of these folks the night of the ball, and they will be our guests. The 8 recipients of the Heart of Hoosier Land Awards will be our guests. We have sponsors that have underwritten their cost of their ticket and a guest of theirs. And so we'll have 2 complete tables of recipients and guests that are paid for. We thought it was important that those be sponsored, because we didn't want to have those seats filled at the expense of alternatives and the money that we want to give them. So we went out and met with business owners and leaders in the community and very quickly got those tickets sponsored. And so if you come to the ball, you're going to meet 8 great people that maybe you never knew existed in our community, or maybe you know them, but you had no idea that they had a passion for animals, or that they mentored a child, or read to kids, or helped a family, or whatever their story is. And so it will definitely be inspiring and very heartwarming. And I'm anxious to give some people credit that is long overdue.
Can you tell me where would people get the forms to nominate someone?
They can get them right here in the mayor's office. They can call Stacy at 552-5076 and get that form. They can go online on the city website, and I think we have a little poll with the folks who run ElwoodIndiana.org, and maybe that form will be on there too. So it should be readily accessible. They can contact Christy Clark at Alternatives, and Christy, you might give them your number.
Yeah, my number is 552-3376, extension 5.
So either Christy or Stacy in my office, or ElwoodIndiana.org, or the city website. And then we have several local businesses that have nomination forms as well. But we just ask you to get those into us as soon as possible. It's not a strenuous process by any means. It's a simple form, and we're not looking, for, it's not a grant application.
Mm-hmm.
It's just tell us their story, tell us why they're special to you, or why you think they're special to the community, and we'll look forward to getting to know them and putting a spotlight on them.
So where would they turn in the form, and by what date would you like that to be?
The date's fast approaching. The ball's the 9th, so we need those next week as quickly as possible. And they can turn them back into Christy or to my office here, or call us, send us an email, in just some way respond to us and let us know who you're nominating.
Okay, and where would they purchase the tickets for the Mayor's Ball?
Again, from Christy and from Stacy here, or there are local businesses that are sponsoring tables, so they may see a flyer or a poster in the local bank or a local business that is sponsoring a table, and so there may be tickets available there as well. But at the very least, they can call either Stacy or Christy.
And that date is again February 9th at 6.
The doors open at 6. It's Saturday, February 9th. Doors open at 6. Dinner's at 6:30. We'll get that concluded by 8, and then from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock will be the after dinner party.
Okay, and there will be tickets available at the door of the Mayor's Ball. Is that correct?
We won't turn anyone away. April has given us a count of how many people that we can take in, but she's really nice, and if you're there, I know she won't turn you away. She'll let you in. So please come, even if it's last minute. Maybe right now you don't think you're going to be available, and then you find out you are. Please come. You won't be sorry you came. It's not going to be a stuffy old dinner or presentation where you're going to be miserable through it. We're going to have a lot of fun, and there'll be dancing and frivolity and lots of reasons to celebrate. So it definitely is not a stuffy evening.
I thank you guys for your time. I really appreciate it, and hope you have a great turnout.
Thank you
Thank
again,
you.
and thanks for your help in getting the word out.
Not a problem.